I have a pagan festival that I facilitate right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. And we've done it we just finished our 13th year. This was our 13th Pagan Unity Festival. And this was our 13th year. About 5 or 6 years ago, maybe a little longer than that, several of the authors that we have VIPs that come encouraged me to write down all the things that you need to know on running a festival. M.R. Sellers was one of those. Isaac Bonowitz was another. Dorothy Morrison. And they said, you do it really well. Your staff is good. You take care of business. We're well fed. We're taken care of. You've got a lot of workshops, and everything seems to run on a pretty good time frame, not so much pagan standard. And you should write it all down. And I thought, this is easy. Anybody can do what we do. But then I found out from listening to lots and lots of authors that apparently not everybody can do what we do. And so there's a lot of people who want to, and I thought it would be good if they had a handbook to be able to figure out how to do it well, and they wouldn't have to reinvent the wheel or start from scratch. They'd have a guide. The response to that book has been very good. The Pagan Pride Days, which is an organization, national organization where they do festivals all over the country, has adopted it as their guidebook. And so they've encouraged everyone in America who runs a Pagan Pride Festival, Pagan Pride Day, to use Chasing the Rainbow as their handbook, as their tool for running their day, their Pagan Pride Day. So that's been very well received by them. I've got people that will write me or call me and say, I run a festival, I've been doing it for a couple of years, I used your book and everything in your book, and it's dog-eared and I've underlined and I've highlighted. So that's pretty gratifying. I think it could be used for anything. Well, I kind of wrote it that way. I mean, very definitely there's stories and anecdotes in there about the festival that I run. But as far as organizing people, housing them, herding them, getting them all going in the right direction, feeding them, bringing in VIPs for your event, taking care of business in general, I think it translates to any kind of event that you're trying to run. Spelled Correctly is a book on spells and doing spells well. And I've got a metaphysical shop that I've run for almost 19 years, The Goddess in the Moon, in Nashville, Tennessee. And I have written specific spells for clients almost since the day we opened our doors. And so people want to know I need more money, or I need love in my life, or I need a new house, or I need a new car, or I need a new job. And so I started researching what it would take to write a good, concise, specific spell, all the components that were necessary, to do it in a karmically correct way. And I began to write these for customers. And then after I did Chasing the Rainbow, I thought, well, I've got another book. It's in my computer. I put all the spells in my computer so that, because it's not isolated that people come in and say, oh, I need a new job, especially in the economic times that we're in now. So instead of having to rewrite it or pull it out or run a copy of it, it's in the computer. I just run it off and hand it to them. And all the rocks and stones and oils and herbs that go in it, I just put it all together and hand it to them. I have, with every spell in my book, there's a list of ingredients, just like a cookbook. There are very specific instructions so that you don't screw yourself up, so that you don't blow your feet off, so that you can go through the spell, get the spell done, walk away from it knowing that you did it well and that whatever you're manifesting will come to pass. So and there's a lot of books that do that as well, but I think I've put all the ingredients together, because when I do a spell, I like herbs, I like oils, I like stones, I like to put tarot cards in it. I just think the more business, the better, because you're opening up all the channels to be able to bring in whatever it is that you're trying to create.
And you've had good response to the book?
I've had really good response to the book. I sell it out of my store. I can't keep it on the shelf. I'm ordering it. I find myself ordering it all the time from my publisher. I have emails. I get phone calls. I have people that come in the store. Oh, I did that spell, the one for whatever, buying a new house or selling a house, and I get the results from people telling me which spell they used, how well it worked, how long it took to get that for what they were looking for to come to them. So yeah, I've had good response. I've had people that wanted to, they liked the book, the spell book, but they would like to have something that's short, instantaneous. So I think I'll probably work on a book for short, quick spells, instantaneous ones. I also want to do one for women's empowerment because I think it's a really important and necessary thing, and to do all the spells and rituals and ceremonies in order to help a person really achieve self-esteem. I've got a couple of fiction things that I'm working on. One's a murder mystery, which is such a departure, and it's such a left turn. I don't even know what to do with it, but I can't stop writing it because it's kind of writing itself. And so it just, whatever it is, just uses my fingers to put the words into the computer. And I'm really enjoying the process of writing fiction. And it's, wow, is it different from writing instructional things about which you know. And then the other one is a children's series, and I've written some of it, and I've gone back and changed it, and I've been playing with it for a while. And that was inspired by grandchildren, so it should be fun. It's a fun, sort of magical adventure.